We've got this meeting scheduled for 11:20 a.m. New York time. The Polish defense minister saying that the US may boost its military presence in Poland. What's on the agenda for this visit?
Hi, Lizzie. So indeed, the main focus for the trip is going to be U.S. troop presence in the U.S. So what we've seen, it's an important visit, obviously. Karol Nawrocki has just taken the presidency. He won. It was a shock victory for him in June election. He won endorsement from Trump, as a matter of fact, just before the election. U.S. One of the U.S. administration representatives was in Warsaw in a week in the run-up to the second round of the election, literally calling on people to vote for Nawrocki. And what's important in this trip is that U.S. has deployed 10,000 troops to Poland after the full-scale invasion started of Ukraine. Now, what we know is that at the end of September, U.S. will review troops' presence in Europe, and the concern is that some of the troops will be pulled. Now, Poland has received some assurances from the U.S. that it won't happen and it won't affect Poland, but it's crucial, and it's something that's really in focus for everyone here, and that's what Nawrocki that's the message he's trying to bring to Washington, and kind of leverage the fact that Trump has really gotten what he wanted in Poland when it comes to presidency. Another thing, and here is where the tensions sort of rise, is that the question is obviously Ukraine. Nawrocki has been very skeptical. He during the campaign, he very much said he's against Ukraine's presence or membership of the EU and NATO, and that's what puts him at odds with the government. And what Europe needs is unified message on Europe, on support and encouragement for Trump to support Ukraine. And here the question is whether Nawrocki is going to deliver that message to Trump or not.
Well, before I get back to the latest on Ukraine, Piotr, you've got a rate cut expected in Poland. Just take us through what we're expecting for that decision.
Yes, indeed. So the Polish central bank is going to cut rates, or that's the expectations from the economists that we've polled, by 25 basis points, which be a continuation of a rate cuts. We had a surprise rate cut in July when the central bank sort of resumed its easing cycle, although it won't call it a cycle. It's basically an adjustment to the fact that inflation is finally below 3%. The target is 2.5, so we're getting close. But it's probably likely to be a final rate cut this year. The central bank has been raising certain issues, like, for example, very expansionary budget policies, which obviously could boost the inflation down the line. So that's something that might give the central bank a pause going forward. At this point, we're expecting a rate cut, but probably the last one for this year.